We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore find themselves on a 5-game skid. They'll try to get back on track next. Akin is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Baltimore. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't a particularly good one. Lasted 5 innings and ended up taking the loss. He's a much better pitcher than that, and I think he's looking to at least, hopefully, pitch into the 6th or 7th inning in this one.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Kevin Newman. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things about National League teams playing in AL ballparks. All of a sudden, the lineup kind of changes dramatically. But the cool thing is it gets more guys a chance to get some at-bats or time in the field.
Here comes the first pitch. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball.
First pitch, 7:05.
A 1-1 count to the Pirates leadoff hitter. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide.
Yeah, I get it, Matty. The team's on a moderate losing streak right now. Can't be happy with the way they played, but they have to find a way to relax a little bit. Everybody goes through these little stretches, these little valleys throughout the course of a long season. This team should right itself, and it needs to start today.
And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2. Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3-2 here. Adam Frazier will be next. 3-2 pitch. Line shot to first, and there's one away.
That ball wasn't actually smoked, more of a soft line drive, but a nice diving catch by the infielder right there, showing a lot of range.
Stepping up now, Adam Frazier, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high. 1-2.
He tried to climb the ladder right there, and I don't blame him. Now he's got those sights elevated. Don't be surprised with something off speed in the dirt.
And a wave and a miss on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. There are 2 away now.
To me, when it's raining, the approach at the plate has to change a little bit, especially if you're a guy that can run a little bit. Put the ball in play any way possible, especially on the ground. Making plays in the rain becomes exponentially tougher to do when it's wet. So these offenses really need to limit the strikeouts.
Brian Reynolds is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. Pitch on the way. On a line, that's a base hit. Running hard, he's digging for second.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. So that'll bring up Josh Bell as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one.
Have to find a way to get that guy home from second now. Never know how important these early runs can be.
Reynolds at second with 2 down. Now it's 2-0.
Hey, I know we're only in the top of the first, but back-breaking blows are those 2-out runners in scoring position knocks, and they have a chance to capitalize right here.
Boy, Dero, you touched it on it right there. I think as a pitcher, you try to get through that first inning and not have to show all of your pitches and empty out the bucket. That 2-out double right now, he's going to have to.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. It's on to the bottom of the first. No score on the show. Trevor Williams, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good, and when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Now in the box, Jose Iglesias. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Dero, Dan, we look at this Pirates ball club as they enter play here tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Quick turnaround after a short little homestand, Matty. 4-2, though. They played well, taking 4 out of the 6 games they had to in front of the home crowd. They walk into this environment on the road today looking to set the tone for this road trip.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Standing in now, Dwight Smith Jr. as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. That evens it up 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Batting third, the second baseman, Alberto.
And digging into the batter's box will be Hanser Alberto. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Now the pitch. A bouncer up the middle. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. His previous history with Trevor Williams, he's 1 for 3. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Reynolds has it for out number 3. Orioles leave one, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Second inning upcoming from Baltimore, but first here's Heidi Watney with a little bit more on the forecast.
Well, Matt, the weather forecasts I'm hearing down here point to a fairly significant threat of rain later in the ball game. Of course, the grounds crew and umpires will work to get this one in without delay, but they also told me that they won't hesitate to halt the game to let the weather pass through if it's impacting the play on the field or, of course, putting the safety of the players at risk. For now, we'll have to wait and see how things develop.
Yeah, Heidi, thanks. Safety of the players, of course, and players getting required rest at the end of the night becomes important. When you guys approached a game like this, did you know you were in for a long one?
You hope not, but you knew it potentially could happen. You kind of read the grounds crew. If they were running and scattering in the dugouts and running towards the tarp, you kind of prepared yourself that this one was going to get shut down at some point. But you got to stay focused. That pitcher doesn't care. He's trying to take food off your table.
Behind 0-2 now. And he fouls this one off. Another 0-2 coming. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Here's Gregory Polanco. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And this is a fastball on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Now the 2-1 pitch. No score here as we play inning number 2. Still 2-2. Now the pitch. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Another 2-2 offering. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You could just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
In now, Kevin Kramer. As he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2. Kramer stands at 6 foot even. Bats left, throws right. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Pirates. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Chris Davis at the plate now. He was hitless in yesterday's shutout loss, as were many of his teammates.
Chris Davis.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
He's had some success so far, but he's going to need to continue to throw strikes early on in the zone, because the more they see this guy, sooner or later they're going to figure him out.
Hard stuff on the corner, and he's got him 0-2 now.
Hey, I love the aggressive nature this guy's pitching with. He's got focus. He's commanding the fastball, really being aggressive right now. A lot different than his last start, where he took a loss and seemed timid and scared to attack the zone.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Pedro Severino digs in at the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Bottom of the second here with no score. Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away, so now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Maley is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Anthony Santander. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. First delivery to him on the way. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Santander, a 25-year-old. He's in his 4th season as a major league player. Fouled off. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
Nope, outside.
2 out, nobody on. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. Just hung in there on that one. The 2-2 one more time. Looks at a fastball low here, and it's full. 3-2.
Hey, this guy's a hard guy to put away. He's fouling off some tough pitches. 2-2 count. He just seems to keep hanging right in there.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4.
Batting it, the third baseman.
He almost got him to commit there. As we take another look at it in slow motion, he comes awfully close to breaking that plane, but he was able to hold back. Strong wrist, and he gets a trip to first because of it.
Rio Ruiz to the plate now. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. From the belt, the pitch. Starts things here with a changeup for a called strike. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. 2 out with the man at first. And he misses there. 1-2. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
The 2-2. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. A runner on first with 2 away. And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. Moran has got it, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Orioles. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Up next for the Buccos, Cole Tucker. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And that misses for ball 1. This is on the ground over to first. Reined in. And he'll step on first himself for the out. And with that, we'll give you a quick look at our current standings in the AL East. Coming to the plate now, Luke Maile. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here it comes.
1-0.
3rd inning, no score to this point.
Nope.
Change up low, 2-0. And it's fouled away. Now the 2-1. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order looming.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole and getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
It's all a part of learning how to pitch in the big leagues. Major league hitters will not bail you out by swinging at pitches out of the zone. So he's going to have to continue to learn how to get guys out at this level.
To the plate now for Pittsburgh is the DH, Kevin Newman. He's ready now. Pitch. Runners off for second. Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit.
Well, that's surprising right there. Hit and run tactic used to perfection. Balls hit to the outfield. The batter does his job. I don't know how that runner's standing on second still. You tip your hat to the outfield to get it in super quick, but he's got to take the chance to get the third.
Here's a slider that's inside. 1-0. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. One 1-0 pitch on the way. 2-0.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. This is flared out towards second. And this gets on him quickly here and deflects off him to Iglesias for one. And the tag's there. He's out at third base. It's a double play. And just like that, the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. And we are tied 0-0. Austin Hayes the next to bat, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Now here it comes. The windup and the 0-1. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
I'm interested to watch this next pitch right here. He got a swing on a high fastball. I wonder if he's going to pull the old police.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Reynolds is there. 2 gone.
Now batter.
Ready now for Baltimore. Dwight Smith Jr. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
I know he fouled that pitch off right there, but he was definitely out in front. He was cheating to a heater, no question about it.
And that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
Hey guys, he was obviously trying to bury that slider down and in. Nice execution by the batter right there, keeping his hands inside and fighting it off for a nice base hit.
At the plate now, Hanser Alberto, and it's grounded just foul down the line. A base hit in his first trip. The 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Alberto is a guy you have to keep an eye on in the batter's box. He's definitely been known to drop down a bunt from time to time. That's something he's really good at.
And in today's game, Matty, this is such a lost art. I know you love this one. Guy dropping a drag bunt down for a knock, putting him up, putting him down, getting down the first base line. Definitely sets the tone for the team.
2 out with the man at first. Hit out towards second. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
So here's Trey Mancini as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. The 0-1 offering popped him up. Maley moving to his left, and that's the third out. Orioles strand a couple. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. all set for the start of the inning. Into the box, Brian Reynolds. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
The 1-0. Takes this the other way to right. But he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Josh Bell. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
A count of 1-1 to the Pirates' first baseman. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
The 1-2. Swing and a liner. Foul. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Now here's a bouncing ball headed for Iglesias at short. And that's the second out. Now at the plate, Colin Moran. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First offering on its way. And a ball 1-0. And this catches the outside corner, strike one. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. And they'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Here's Chris Davis now.
Leading off for the Orioles.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. That misses. 2-0.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Now the 2-0. Fly ball right down the line in left. Left fielder is on the move, but he won't get to it, and this should put him in scoring position to start the inning. And the Orioles are in business here. It's a leadoff double.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
In now for the O's, Pedro Severino, and he'll hit with a chance to push across the game's first run.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here, but at the very least, he needs to find a way to advance that runner to third. Small things like that in a tight game can make a big difference.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fouled away. A runner at second, nobody out. Fouled off. The 0-2 pitch is taken. That's ball one. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Hit in the air down the left field line, and that will end up a foul ball. Ready with another 2-2, and he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Now the 3-2 pitch is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. In now, Anthony Santander, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
Here's the first pitch to him. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Polanco. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Stepping into the box, Rio Ruiz. He topped out in his first trip.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
Strike one to start the at bat. Comes set, the 0-1. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. One and two now as that one's fouled off. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. Orioles leave 1 through 4, still tied, 0-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Well, Matt, I talked with Pittsburgh's manager during the inning break about the Pirates' offensive production to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said there is nothing prettier than frozen rope after frozen rope, and that is exactly what he's getting right now. The data says they've hit 8 line drives as a team in this one, some resulting in outs, but obviously that's a good sign for them going forward.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Leading off for Pittsburgh.
At the plate, Gregory Polanco comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First offering on its way. Ball 1. And he misses again, 2-0.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Now the 2-0.
Not the way you'd like to start this 5th inning, falling behind 3-0 on the count. It's about time he starts throwing some strikes.
Three balls and a strike to Gregory Polanco.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
Into his motion, here comes the And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Stepping into the box, Kevin Kramer looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
Oh, it's hit to third. 5. The throw pulls him off the bag.
I'm not here to make excuses, but it is cold tonight, and it looks a little damp out there, too. The ball might have just slipped out of his hands on that one.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Cole Tucker. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too. This is where, as a hitter, you need to slow your thinking. You know he's trying to get you a double play ball right here. You have to control the strike zone.
And it's quickly 0-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule. Riding in once again, Luke Maile. He drew a walk his first time up. He's set, and the pitch. And it's fouled away. Runners are at first and second with one away. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. Coming right after him here.
Working for the punch out and the offering. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out of the jam, and keep this game tied.
So now to the plate, Kevin Newman, as he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1.
That's been a great pitch for him all night. Able to push and pull the throttle a little bit, throwing a good fastball.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Boy, it's been tough to score in this one so far through the 5th inning, but that RBI base hit right there is a nice breakthrough.
Yeah, it's been a great pitcher's duel up until this point. They've been executing on the bump without question, but that RBI knock right there might set the tone for the later innings.
So here's Adam Frazier as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Well, you don't need us to tell you it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Pirates get just the 1, and that's all. Last half of the 5th coming up. Pirates on top, 1-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. No, they have not scored yet, but they have been successful in running up the pitch count, something they feel will eventually pay dividends on the scoreboard as the starter gets tired and they are forced to go to the bullpen. For now, they're sticking to the plan.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Digging in, Austin Hayes. He'll start things out here in the home fifth, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. And the pitch. And he got him out in front that time. Strike one. And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. The windup and the 0-1. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Chop this one right side. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. Leadoff man retired now for the shortstop, Jose Iglesias. Here's the first pitch to him.
That's out.
2-0 now. One out, nobody on. 2-1 after the foul ball there. Now here's the pitch. In there, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind and count 3-2.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Now batter, right fielder, Dwight Smith Jr.
Stepping in, Dwight Smith Jr. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. From the belt, the pitch. And he's no doubt searching for a ground ball here as this sinker dips below the knees. It's 1-0. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning, because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the heart of the plate, and that usually means damage done.
Runners on first with 1 down. And it misses. 3-1 now. And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 1 away.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
So stepping in, Hanser Alberto, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike 1.
And it's 1-1. First and second now, 1 man out. 1-2 now as this catches the outer half.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first 2 pitches. Anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
One there, and Nearly a double play. That was closer than I thought it would be, and the inning will continue.
And kids, this is why you always go hard into second base. Could have been an easy double play ball, but the slide really impacts the throw to first, and they wind up only getting one out on the play. Good, aggressive, legal slide that time.
So now the Oriole cleanup hitter, Trey Mancini, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike one. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And gone. A dramatic home run that gives them their first lead of the game. So a 3-run shot to left center. Home run number 3 here in the early going. And with it, they've leapt in front now 3-1.
Wow, the pitching staff has to love this one, right? They were down 1, and with one swing of the bat, they're up 2. What a turnaround in this one.
Striding forward now is the DH, Chris Davis. And the starter remains out there despite just allowing the long ball. We thought maybe they'd go and get him, but no indication of that yet.
Yeah, to me, that home run was a sign that he's starting to get a little bit tired out there. It was a good pitch to hit, and it's typically the command that starts slipping when you're fatiguing a little bit. So I can't see him being out there much longer. Now for 4 innings, he was great. But here in the 5th, he looks like a completely different guy out there. That happens a lot when a pitcher is facing batters for the 2nd or 3rd time in a game.
A ball and a strike now. 3 runs already home here. Grounded back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. But the Orioles push across 3 on the strength of a 3-run home run. 5 innings complete. It's now 3-1 Baltimore. So striding forward now, Brian Reynolds, 1 for 2, including a double back in the first.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Under it is Hayes, and that's the first out of the inning. Josh Bell the next to hit. No hits to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, for strikes.
A ball and 2 strikes. Right down Main Street, caught him looking.
He's racking up a fair amount of strikeouts now out there. That's 6 to this point. So he's got good stuff, and he's fooling a lot of these hitters.
Into the box, Colin Moran. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And now a pitch on the way. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. And Hayes will make the catch. This side is retired. Down in order go the Pirates. Score holds. It's 3-1. Nick Birdie enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 57.
Ready once again, Pedro Severino. He'll do battle with a new arm out there in their half of the 6th.
The catcher, Pedro.
First offering on its way. Strike taken up in the zone. Now it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing in the Pittsburgh bullpen. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
I got to count 2-2.
Outside and a full count, 3-2.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Now the payoff pitch home. Down the third baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Anthony Santander the next to bat. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Now the 1-0. Pulled toward right center field. Reynolds is on the move for it. He makes the running play. 2 down. Coming to the plate now, Rio Ruiz. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, pretty deflating at bat right there, Matty. Not only for him, but the team as well. He's got to find a way to pull a trigger. Can't get caught guessing with runners in scoring position.
The windup and the 0-1. Fastball well outside. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And it will end the inning thanks to a little help from his first baseman, and that'll be that. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Richard Blyer is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 48, Richard Blyer.
Leading off the inning, Gregory Polanco, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
First delivery to him on the way.
This offense has been underachieving all day, putting way too much pressure on their own pitching staff. Someone has to have a quality AB and get this line going.
0-1 count and the pitch. Blyer is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, if you have great stuff and you strike everybody out, or like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense help him out and make some plays.
So he froze him for the strikeout. Gregory Polanco is retired to start out the 7th. Here comes the first pitch. Kevin Kramer is in for a third plate appearance as he watches one miss inside. It's 1-0. Hit out towards second. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The bat, number 3, shortstop, Cole Tucker.
Ready for another shot now. Cole Tucker. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch on its way. Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball. Looks like a lefty and a right-hander throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Here it comes to 3-0. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
And that hole at bat, I feel like he really didn't want to challenge him. And I'm really surprised by that, because I think this is a guy in the bottom third of the order you have to go right after.
Here's the catcher, Luke Maile. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
He's set. Here it comes. And that misses ball 1.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there. That cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
Now the 1-0 is a sinker that dips below the zone for a ball.
Hate to do it, but I've got to question the pitch calling right there. With a guy like this at the plate, you got to attack him with your fastball instead of pitching him like he's a middle of the order power guy.
Now the 2-0 home.
Nope, that's down.
Kevin Newman would be next if they can keep this inning alive. A runner on first with 2 away. There's a strike as he gets this one over. It's 3-1 now. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Hector Velasquez trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
Number 76, Hector Velasquez.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Kevin Newman. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, 1. Here it comes. Hit back up the middle. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. And that'll plate the run from second as the lead shrinks to 1 at 3-2 now.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up the chute again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
Now, that's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, D-Roy. I think a lot of times hitters go up there trying to do a little bit too much. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and hit the ball where it's pitched, and a good job and a run batted in.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. On the second for the force out, and the side is retired. Pirates get just the one, and that's all. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the seventh. Get up and stretch. The Orioles are on top, 3-2. Last half of the seventh here, so digging in now, Austin Hayes. 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point. First offering on its way. In there, 0-1. Little too much bite on the slider that time, taken outside. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1. Off speed pitch, good for strike 2.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
Here now the 2-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a one-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning is so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
At the plate, Jose Iglesias, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there, a ball and a strike. To 1-2 now. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Iglesias is retired, 2 down now.
Right fielder, Dwight.
Now to the plate, Dwight Smith Jr. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And the pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off it. They're just being way too aggressive.
The 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. Back goes Polanco. On the warning track, he makes the catch. 1-2-3 go the Orioles, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Paul Fry has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 51, Paul Fry.
Brian Reynolds will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Brian Reynolds.
Now here's the pitch. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And that finds the target. 0-2 now.
After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
A bouncer to the left side. Throw will not be in time, so good hustle there is now the possible tying run as aboard to lead things off here.
Hey, that's a heck of an approach right there. Leadoff single in the late innings. Team's down a little bit. Let's see if this ends up being a huge turning point in this one.
Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup batter, Josh Bell. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Inside, ball 1.
Quick check on that tying run at first. And he'll dive back in safely. 1-0 pitch on the way.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
It's 2 balls and a strike to Josh Bell. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here. Try and dominate and execute a fastball in, and then get the guy sitting inside trying to be quick to everything, and then pull the string a little bit on a nasty changeup.
And he fouls this one off. Now another 2-2. And another foul ball. Ball low as he's able to lay off the slider. Colin Moran waits on deck. Hit hard but foul toward first, so he'll come back and line it up again. Once again a 3-2. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? To Iglesias for 1. Back to first, and a costly at-bat there as the possible tying run is erased on the double play.
Well, they got the tying run on base, but 1 ground ball later, and it's gone. He's going to be frustrated with himself after that.
So base is empty now after the double play, and set to go as the third baseman, Colin Moran. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Count 1-0.
You could tell he was guessing right there, and he certainly wasn't guessing changeup. That pitch was in his wheelhouse, and he was late.
Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Slider laid off for a ball.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2. Gregory Polanco would be next. Now the payoff pitch home. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Hayes on the run for it. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Bucks go down quietly. They're down 3-2. Richard Rodriguez is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
48, Richard Rodriguez.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. So coming to the plate, Hanser Alberto.
Hanser Alberto.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lays off 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1. The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Rodriguez, A 6'4" right-hander. He's in his 4th season as a major league player. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Stepping in now, Trey Mancini. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time. Throw not in time to get him, and how about that? An unlikely infield single.
Up next for the Orioles.
You know, D-Row, as a pitcher, that could be so frustrating. You're taught to try to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business. He'll line out probably 15 times, but it won't even out. You take him when you can get him.
The 1-0 is in there for strike one. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. One out, one on in a 1-run game. Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2.
Not much you're going to do with that pitch right there. You have to catch it out front before it even breaks, and even if you do that, it's a tough pitch to keep fair.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
The 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
2-2 pitch is fouled away. Runner at first here, one man out. And the slider gets him swinging, two gone.
Now batting.
Striding in, Pedro Severino. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. From the stretch.
1-0.
Now the 1-0 is a slider looked at and called a strike. 2 out with the man at first. Hit out towards second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. 9th inning coming up. It's the Orioles 3 and the Pirates 2. Michael Givens comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 60, Michael Givens.
Now at the plate, Gregory Polanco. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far.
Polanco.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. The 1-0.
No, that's down.
Don't expect this pitcher to throw something over the heart of the plate. He's going to have to stay on the corners right here. Huge spot in this game. Do not miss over the heart and get beat.
And not the kind of swing you're hoping for on 2-0 as they bunch him up inside. It's 2-1 now. Really tied him up on that one.
Yikes, he kind of looked clueless on that swing right there, Matt. If I'm pitching, I'm going right back to that same pitch.
3-1 to him now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Ball 1.
And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
The 1-0 home. It's laid off, but in there for strike 1. Slow roller out to short. Scooped up. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Cole Tucker. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball well outside.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
Change up low. 2-0. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. Here it comes.
Time to narrow your focus up there at the plate. In a 1-run game, he doesn't want to walk you, so there's a good chance he's going to get something to handle right here.
Taken, called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. Now this crowd right around 35,000 strong on their feet. And he lays off ball 4, so now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
I know one thing, he earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Now at the plate, Luke Maile. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Quick check on that tying run at first, and he just manages to get his hand in. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. Here's a look over to first, and the runner back. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Off the plate and in, hits a ball and a strike. And this will be a called strike 2, and trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight. Pittsburgh down to their last strike. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Well, there's no doubt they've looked pretty inept the last 5 games. But they got the monkey off their back here with the win and are hoping to build on that now.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Baltimore Orioles used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Akin earns his first win of the season. Michael Givens closes the door for the save, his third of the campaign. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Orioles, 3 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. For the Pirates, 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 50 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.